This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
On balls out in the lobby yard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 268. My name's Adam Patterson. We're joined today by Kevin Rakestraw. How are you, Kevin?
Fine.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
We're also joined by Ryan Holes. How are you?
Good.
I like how you the way that I heard that, it was like you were saying it like a naughty little boy, like, good.
That's how I envisioned him too.
Oh my god, that was amazing. Oh, all right. What movie do we have you watch this week?
Lunch meat.
Lunch Meat. This is from 1987. This is written and directed by Kirk Alex. We picked this in honor of National Cold Cuts Day. Coming up, March 3rd is National Cold Cuts Day. I have a synopsis here for this. 6 high school seniors on a camping trip are ambushed by killer rednecks who kill their victims and sell the remains to a local hamburger joint. Ryan, tell us a little bit about Lunch Meat.
Well, you just took my whole synopsis.
That was all. That was it.
Yes.
So you're saying this movie's kind of simplistic.
Yeah. It's really, really simplistic.
Yeah, I actually would agree. I sort of watched this. It held my attention for about 15 minutes, and then I started doing other things while it was on. So
You know, it's funny because I also started doing other things right after it started.
Did anyone watch this, actually?
I know I haven't listened.
it really is that simple, though. Like it's just the most bare bones, boring slasher movie ever. Like, just nothing. There's nothing going on in this movie.
My first question.
I can't say. The high schoolers, they're not high school, they're like fucking college dropouts. They're like 40. They're not like 18.
I think they could pass off as college students very easily, but yeah, high schoolers definitely pushing it.
To me, college dropouts and 40-year-olds are two very different things.
They are. They're incredibly
that's
different.
a large...
Well, you can have a 40-year-old college dropout.
Yes.
But yeah, the description.
Well, my first question is because I was a little bit worried because although the movie's called Lunch Meat, the synopsis only talks about a hamburger joint, and this is for Cold Cuts Day, National Cold Cuts Day. So I was a little bit worried that there's not actual like lunch meat or cold cuts in the movie. Do we at least have that going on? Do we have that connection?
There's a singing.
Yes.
Where they're all like close up eating. Do you remember that scene, Adam?
Oh yeah,
They're all eating some cold cuts?
And while some are eating, they're eating various different kinds of sandwiches. But they're all really close up, and it's like they have a microphone right in their face.
yeah. It's yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I also would. There was a scene that happens at the very beginning of the movie. It's like the first scene in the movie where
Oh yeah.
they're like the one redneck is chasing the other one or something, and like he like falls down. I guess it's like the dad is berating him, and he says something, and I had to rewind it and play it several times, but I think he calls him a faggot Jew.
Yes.
And I don't know if you picked up on that, but that's not exactly what he says. He's like, "You're the worst." He's like, "You're the worst faggot Jew," or something, and it was just like, what? What has happened? But
I have to say, throughout the movie, they, like in one instance, they swear really hard not to swear. And in the next instance, they swear all the time. I was very confused.
a lot of the dialogue just, it seems very ad-libbed. Like the Kirk Alex just was like giving them an outline and just letting them run with it, because it's one of those deals where they just kind of repeat a lot of the same thing over and over again. Like, "Get over here, you bitch, get over here." And then like, that's how poorly acted it is. It's just, it's so, it's so painfully awful.
It's pretty awful. The beginning, there's two, like, sons. One is halfway normal, and the other one's kind of like a caveman. But like, he's very simplistic. And they have a dad. And the one that's very simplistic, he for some reason takes his chicken. Like a live chicken. And he's running through the forest. And he's scaring this chicken. And his brother and his dad are chasing him. And eventually they can knock him down. And then later in the movie you see the chicken again eating flesh. But other than that, the whole scene really has no bearing on anything. And there's a really annoying scene at the beginning when it's like a POV shot and they're chasing him through the woods. They kind of made out a throw up. Because the camera was everywhere.
Yeah, so this is a pretty bad quality. I think that it was probably pretty poor quality from the very beginning, but the version that we had was from YouTube, and it's rough. It's a super low res, I think, ripped from a VHS copy, and it's really difficult to even tell what's going on in this movie. At least I had a hard time seeing what was happening.
I would imagine that this is probably a lot of just like dark in the woods type deals where you can't really see much.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
But you still can't see.
Yeah, a lot of it's during the day, but it's just so out of focus and just grainy and just
the quality is so bad that when you hear people talk, their sentence, and then you can hear the breeziness in the microphone stop.
Yeah,
and then you hear other people, and the microphone starts back up.
Yeah, the sound mix on this is a little rough. Like, it's constantly, again, I don't know if this is just the version that we saw or if it's just in the actual movie, but it was constantly like crackling and just so bad. And like Ryan said, there'll be like background noise and stuff when people are talking, and then they stop talking and everything just cuts off. It's just like, what? It's so poorly done. And like the makeup effects that they did on the rednecks is really weird too. Like they put these like weird kind of facial prosthetics on them. Like they have like these kind of like sores on their face. And that looked kind of weird.
They're supposed to be in a nuclear accident? Or
I don't know, maybe
dirty?
I don't know. I do like that. There was another scene towards the beginning where there's this one of the rednecks is spying on the girls in the bathroom, and I don't know if you remember that. He's hanging on the window, and he's like hanging from it, watching them, and it sounds like he's like pissing, and I'm like, it sounds like there's water running or something. But you couldn't really tell what was happening, and then like he drops down, and the girls come out, and they're laughing and giggling and stuff, and then he goes back to his brother, and his brother's like, "Did you piss your pants again?" And I'm like, "He did piss his pants. That was the sound of him pissing." And it's like, why?
But he was had a huge wiener because it went down the outside of his leg. Like while he was standing out, not down the inside, down the outside. Like someone else pissed on
him. Someone else pissed on him.
Oh, God. So, no one gets turned into lunch meat? That's all I want to know. I feel like
you'll find out if the characters know, but at the beginning of the movie, the hillbillies deliver lunch meat, and I guess that's supposed to be human remains.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to know if this is one of those situations where we have high schoolers being turned into Seltzer's bologna. That's what I want to know.
That's
what I want.
Just Lebanon bologna.
The whole food porn scene where it's like a close-up of them eating. It's actually really gross.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's pretty gross. Yeah. Again, the sounds, the mouth sounds that they captured. It felt like a Tim and Eric bit. That's what it felt like. There's also a great scene when they kill somebody. The rednecks kill one of the kids, and he rips their throat out, but it looks so odd in the way it was shot. I couldn't really tell what was happening, but it almost looked like he pulled their tongue out from their throat or something.
It was, man.
But it looked really...
you could definitely tell there is nothing there. They're just trying to hide it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, effects quality, not great. I mean, it gets pretty bloody at times, and none of it really works. There's not really any kind of major cool deaths or anything.
You mean my man that apparently, based from what I'm reading here on IMDb, that drove a cab for 10 years so he could make enough money to make this lunch meat movie. You telling me he didn't have the funds for some high quality practical effects?
No. Kirk Alex. So what did you think of this movie overall?
It's fucking terrible and stupid.
You weren't even watching it.
Now
I'm curious to know each of you. What were you doing? I know Adam was probably started cleaning, or he took a nap.
No, I was working on some other website related things.
Ryan, what did you end up
I
doing?
was shopping at Newegg.
You were what?
Nice.
Because, well,
Shopping.
Somebody wants my computer. And I was building a new computer.
Love it.
I'm trying to look up Alex or Kirk Alex on LinkedIn, see what he's up to now. See what, but I can't find him. I wonder if that's his real name.
Maybe. I don't know.
I see no evidence of him online whatsoever. And when I type in Kirk Alex in LinkedIn, it just comes up with Alex Kirk.
Ooh, maybe he flipped it.
Maybe. If that's the case, it's going to be really difficult to track him down because there's a lot of Alex Kirks out there.
His page is not created up wiki. I clicked on his name and it said this page is not yet been created.
He needs to get on that. Create a page for himself.
If you're listening, Kurt Alex.
In fact, every single person, the producers, the writer, music, cinematography, all this, none of them are clickable.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, I mean, one thing that I will say that I genuinely liked about this movie was the intro music. I thought that the opening credits, the music was pretty solid. I enjoyed that.
I didn't like how everything was drawn out.
Yeah, they were probably stalling for time on that.
Yeah. Like, music would play forever, there's a show. Nothing, pretty much.
I was really excited because on the YouTube video for this, it said shot on video. So I was like really excited because I love these 80s shot on video movies. But as soon as I started watching it, it was very clear that this was not shot on video. It was shot on 8mm. So it still has this kind of grungy look to it, but it doesn't look as gorgeous as a shot on video movie.
Definitely has the 80s music.
Yeah. Again, I like the music. So Kirk Alex, this is it. This is all he's done. He wrote, directed, produced Lunch Meat.
He won it on top.
That was the end of it. Don't like there's so many of these movies that we talk about, the older ones, that I just want to know what's going on.
Where are
is he still alive? Maybe he's not alive.
That's what I love. That is something that I love about the 80s. We seem to have a decent number of these types of movies where it's a one and done type deal.
Yeah. Yep.
Where like nowadays we think that it's so easy to make movies that like anyone can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't really have that anymore where we just have these one and dones. Maybe that's because it is so easy that you can just make more.
Yeah, I mean there probably is a lot of one and dones that we just don't know about because there's so many movies that are being produced these days, for nothing. Because even if you look at this compared to now, right? Like now you have an iPhone. Everybody has a smartphone with a decent camera on it. You can make a movie with your iPhone. This guy used an 8mm camera. That's not for nothing.
Yeah.
So I think it's just these days it's just ease of use. Like you said, everybody can make a movie. And a lot of these people that are getting their start, they're making shitloads of movies just because they can.
True.
But not Kirk Alex.
No.
I'm gonna track this guy down. I'm gonna have him on the show.
Yes.
I just need to know what happened to him. All right, Ryan. Any final thoughts before we give you your drum roll on this one?
Not worth it. at all.
All right. Let's give you your drum roll. What do you give lunch meat? Half.
Damn.
1/2. I just found a Kirk Alex on Twitter, who is a horror author. He wrote a book called, it's cut off. It's cut off in the picture. It says Anatomy of a Serial Butcher. Maybe that's him.
Could be.
I'll investigate.
Tell us a little bit about Cold Cuts Day.
National Cold Cuts Day. Dagwood, eat your heart out. March 3rd is National Cold Cuts Day. Call them lunch meats, deli meats, sandwich meats, or cold cuts. Some like them thick, while others stack them high. Others still just like them with cheese and crackers. However you like them, National Cold Cuts Day was made for sandwich and snack makers. Goes on for a while. Talking about different types of cold cuts and deli staples like the humble turkey and ham.
Doesn't list any of the hashtags.
So how to observe. Visit a local deli and enjoy the following recipes. Cold cuts party salad, dill pickle ham pinwheels ham roll-ups, crock pot barbecue ham sandwiches. So they actually have 3 recipes here that you can enjoy.
Ooh.
And then use hashtag National Cold Cuts Day to post on social media.
I want to find out if anyone actually does that.
Well,
Like say a selfie of being a cold cut.
I'll do it.
Hey man, my cold cut are hanging out today.
I'll do it. The history behind National Cold Cuts Day. Within our research, we were unable to identify the creator of National Cold Cuts Day. The fuck are you guys doing? Like, this is literally what this website is. Just goes over national days, and you can't do the legwork to figure out who created this. What a shame. I should have given you Blood Diner. That has some humans turned into meat products. It's more fun than lunch meat.
Yeah, I thought this would be a little more fun.
They do said the human meat is spicy. If that means anything.
It doesn't.
His meat is spicy? Okay. Human meat is spicy. I'm not sure that human meat would be spicy. Like it's like naturally seasoned.
What's your favorite cold cut?
Mine is probably like honey smoked ham.
Ooh, okay.
Or turkey.
You're a ham guy.
Well,
Maybe a turkey guy.
I like turkey too. I like
All right.
like honey smoked turkey, and I like Lebanon bologna a lot when I can find it. When I can find it, yeah, that's a Central PA thing.
That's a grown up. Everyone has that with your cheeses, your block cheeses.
Yeah, that's one of those things
cubes.
that's one of those things that I didn't know was very specific to that area until I moved to Florida and nowhere.
Never saw it.
Yeah, never saw it. People never heard of it. And then like Publix had it. So I was able to get it there and it was pretty good. I don't know how readily available it is here in New York. But we have a lot of delis
I would
here.
imagine you can probably find it.
Yeah.
Someone's got to have it.
We have there's like a Dutch market in Tribeca that they have like all of that shit. So I'm sure that
they gotta
I'm
have
sure
it. It's a
they
staple.
Yeah, I'm sure they have it.
From 1902. So when that shit started up.
I hope you just looked that up and didn't just know that off the top of your head.
No, I looked that up.
Okay, good. Thank God. Ryan, what's your favorite lunch meat?
What's your cold cut? What's your cold cut go-to?
Italian.
Italian? Italian? I'm
so
confused.
you're just like a Capicola guy? Capicolas?
No,
Genoa salami?
no, keep going.
Like an Italian sub that has
Yeah,
several different
That's
meats.
what I just named. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
named Italian sub ingredients. It's your Genoa salamis with some Provi on there.
What-
I'm a big fan of Provolone cheese.
And your Capicola ham.
That's alright.
And then you hit it with the oil and vinegar. Italian subs are the best.
I like them.
Don't oil and vinegar, you son of a bitch.
I'm not a wild vinegar fan.
Well, then you don't fucking like Italian subs.
Yes, I do.
Not if you. Oh my god. If I could fight you right now, I would fight you.
Are you a fan of the Boar's Head products? The Boar's Head meats?
Me?
Either one of you?
I eat boar's head every single day.
I never
My lunch is always the same.
Do you like have you had the Boar's Head roast beef?
No, I don't like roast beef.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Interesting.
like it. A turkey sandwich every single day of my life for the last 9 years.
Oh my god. I remember back in the day you ate a lot of turkey sandwiches.
I am all about turkey sandwiches.
Turkey clubs.
Gotta have that turkey.
What was the
Big
one
fan of
thing?
turkey. What can I say? I'm a big fan.
Was that at Denny's? There's some place that has a
Superbird?
yeah,
Superbird?
the Superbird.
I don't know if I could eat one of those nowadays. Ugh.
What was that? Just
I think it was just turkey and bacon.
it was just like
But it was like
a
grilled.
club.
And it was just, yeah, but it was like grilled. And for some reason it was kind of soggy. I don't know how it got soggy.
Because it was from Daddy.
Yeah, because it's from Denny's and everything there is soggy.
Ugh, gross.
Hmm.
Stop.
All right, I think that will wrap it up for this week. Thank you so much for listening. You can send us your questions and topics to podcast at filmpulse.net. You can follow us on Twitter at filmpulsenet, at filmpulsekevin, and at mylegsdon'twork. If you have a minute, take a look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/filmpulse. Consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you next week. Ooh.